Ladies and gentlemen, I am the War Boss Squee, and we are playing Pillars of Eternity once again. Now, today I jumped us from the Blackhound Inn all the way to the Woodland Plains because I didn't feel like you guys really needed to sit through like 3 loading screens just to get here. So we started out over in Gilded Vale, went through Caed Nua, and are now down Woodend Plains. Excuse me. We have a choice. We go west to Edelwan Bridge or east to Dryford Village. I think I'm going to go to the bridge because that leads us to Defiance Bay, and this is an area I very much want to visit. Now, this little area here I have actually done once before, and I'm having to redo it because I was coughing up a storm when I was playing originally and had to not only cut the episode short, but well, it sounded horrible. Even with me trying to pause the recording to prevent my coughing from being a problem, it didn't sound very good, so we're doing it again. So what happens in this little spot, not as much of a surprise as it would be normally, although that's still a surprise there. Now, I put a two-handed fine Estoc on Arutha. I think that some extra hitting power would be nice.
Hey.
Guys. And with 3 range characters going, I don't think this guy's going to last very long. Yeah, with the regeneration and everything else, I think we should be fine. That was kind of a waste, but that's alright. Yeah. I think that went pretty well, actually. Alright, let's get everybody back into stealth mode.
What does the flame reveal?
Okay, that doesn't lead anywhere. I'm a little bit disappointed by that, actually. So this is going to be the point where we pick up our newest companion. And, kind of like her, to be honest. Also means I need to double check something because I didn't check this last time. Mechanics of 2. I need to start pumping some points into mechanics to make for the fact that we're not going to have a rogue. Because if I have to replace anyone, I'm thinking it's probably going to be Jira. I mean, I like having the rogue, but she doesn't bring anything to the table, really, that I can't do with a different character. Higher rate of crits is nice and all, but I don't know. I just don't know. Oh. Oh, he doesn't see us. It's okay. Almost didn't see him, to be honest. We have a poor bugger here that, I don't know why you died. Dead adventurer, just randomly dead person. So 27 gold shellings. I think that each gold piece is worth 12 copper. I'm going to test that theory real quick because... Where's it show my money? Okay. 562 copper pieces. Did it go up by 27 or did it go by a whole bunch? It went up by a whole bunch. Okay, so that confirms that. Actually, it's rather good. Some poor random dead guy there. I actually feel bad for him. I'm guessing one of these big old woodland guys got him, but don't rightly know for certain. There you are.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch you over to that for a second. I'm going to test a theory here.
Leave it to me.
Huh?
Let's go.
Okay, he's going in. He's going to get the start there. Nope, he immediately went for her, and she's stuck. Well, see, this is why we don't do that. Even stealth, she still got pummeled.
How might usually work.
So yeah, we are going to keep you with the bow. I thought maybe if it was all the attention was focused on the tank, that wouldn't be an issue, but it is.
Easy does it.
So we don't need that. We do not need that at all.
Steady does it.
Now, what do I want to go in here? Amir. Is that Kana and Arutha in first, please?
Hey.
Yeah. Let's go.
Everybody get in there nice and pretty. Yeah, he's not gonna last long. They're tough little buggers, I'll tell you that. There we go. Nicely done. Nicely done. Awakened wood. Eventually I'm going to have something
I'll see what
to
I
use
can
awakened
find.
wood for, but until then. Yeah, see, that way would lead to Deerwood Village, I believe. Grab some of that. That's Baroth's Bell. It's a good little... lot of good stuff you can use for enchanting and for cooking. Speaking of... Oh, hello.
Hey. Leave it to me. Hey. Let's go.
Let's pound him into dust real quick. Aeolus is like, yeah, I'm getting hurt. I don't care. And as pointed out, you can actually slow down combat using slow mode to give yourself more time to respond to things. It's also a little bit easier to read the combat log. Nice and dead-like. And of course, more awakened wood. Where would we be without awakened wood? Where, oh where, I ask you? Yeah, there's a wagon up there. I think I missed that on my last path the way through here. I wonder if that has anything to do with the dead guy we saw in the other area. If there's any bad guys up here. It doesn't look like it. So you got a couple of crates of goodies here, though. Let's see what we got. Got a bow and some copper pieces. Now these should be 1-for-1 value. Got silver pieces at a 1-to-3. Potion of Bulwark against the elements. 15% damage reduction against burn, shock, corrode, and freeze for 60 seconds. You start using some of these potions. Let's see. Wine dreg swirled in the bottom of a clay jar. Just random, like, wagon just hanging out here. Nope. No need to worry about it. Now, we do need to be careful because there are some nasty, nasty things around here. That would actually be the nasty thing I was thinking of. Alright. I have fought this before. Of course, she had a bunch of friends with her last time. They're mean. Do not pull any punches.
Yes?
Thankfully, she's a lot less difficult with a bunch of primordials beating on you. That went way, way easier than last time, let me tell you. Now, that being said, there are primordials around here. On my last playthrough, I actually ran into her and 4 of the bloody things, and to say that that was an utter mess is, well, putting things very mildly.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
Okay, just wanted to grab that. Sagani. A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down and her eyes darkened by a thick strip of face paint, sharpening a bone arrowhead on a scrimshaw-handled knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bear figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
You seem lost. She lifts her head and looks at you. I know exactly where I am. It's my friends who's lost. Who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Staying right here is probably not the most productive thing you could do. Perhaps not, but running around all over the Deerwood hasn't done much good so far. Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
Try something? What exactly are you talking about?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persok. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persok's trail is cold, to say the least.
And why can't you find him? There can't be that many of your people here in the Deerwood. He died when I was still young. Forgot to mention that part, did I? Looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. How long you been looking for him? 5 years. That sounds more like an exile, but considering what we learned from Mirwold, is meeting this guy going to awaken him to his past lives? And if so, holy crap, what would that do to you? I mean, Mirwold only had access to 3 of them, and it drove him utterly insane. His own and the raider and the soldier. Of course, they made out, oh, maybe this guy's past lives were all decent people. So, I've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember who could be anyone now.
That about sums it up.
Actually, I know how you feel.
Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully, you've got a better lead than I do.
And how does that statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. Paul's Adra is worn to a dull mat along his arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persok. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
She holds it out to you. You feel wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persok, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright. For a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
Maybe I could take a look at it for you.
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the twining trees.
And what's the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call the current Duke Wolfgren. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. And is Twinning Trees a real place? He meant Twin Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place. Right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
You can still go after that false watcher. He's mostly trying to scare him. He wouldn't really kill a man over a few gold pieces. Not much use for coin anyway. Besides, knowing his type, he's cleared out of town by now and spent whatever he made. May I see the figurine?
Why?
I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
What if I'm telling the truth? After 5 years, it's worth taking the chance.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
She hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hand. She asks you to examine it, wary but curious. You raise the Adra bear, turning it in the light. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amid the fresh scent of vegetation. Your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just far enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
Told you I'm a watcher. She blinks at you a few times, calculating. I know this sounds strange, but it's the truth. Thank you, Alof.
You realize I've got no coin to give you, even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can go look for Persog on the way. Oh, okay, that was easy enough. Now, its characters was dismissed from the party. They will return either to the Blackhound Inn or in Gilded Vale, or to your stronghold if you've acquired it, which is actually kind of nice. So you go, and you come back. Now, as far as I know, I can only do this at Gilded Vale. The long hunt. Travel to the cliffs you saw in the vision, which... I don't know where that is. Yeah, I don't know what cliffs those are, to be honest. But if I go to my stronghold map, and I go to party management, you have to be the stronghold to recruit or dismiss party members. So we're at 1300. I could buy some armor when I get to town, or start working. I'm almost to the main keep. I need like 21 more. I may not want to spend the money right now. I might want to pick up some better armor.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
And I might also want to be careful because I saw that one wood woman. What the hell they were called. And I don't know where the rest of them are. I do know, the only thing I do know is that there are more of them. And how did you spot me? Just all of a sudden. That lion definitely picked the wrong fight. Now we have Lionhide. Nice. It's a common sight on the plains east and south of Ir-Glafan's Great Forest, but colonization of the eastern reach has pushed the Great Cats back to the relative safety of the territory between Gladfathan and Deerwoodian communities. In addition to their great power, lions are known for their roar, a terrifying sound that can strike fear even to the hearts of the bravest kith. And they're certainly not known for their intelligence, running up onto a fight like that. Alright, this all needs to be fixed. Now that should do it.
Slow and silent.
I should probably take a look at her real quick, if anything. Let's see. Good ability. She's a level 4 ranger. It's about almost a level 5. About the same rate as everybody else is from the looks of it. Good stealth. Well, actually, no. Base 2 with +1 ranger, +1 hunter. Lots of survival. Access to level 8 camping bonuses. Fine hide armor, hunter's instincts, +15 actually against wilder and primordials. +2 damage reduction from her fine hide armor. And her faithful companion gives her +30 defense against being dominated, charmed, confused. And if she is, it's 5 seconds less. That's the hunter's instincts. That's a accuracy bonus. Marked prey. +20% damage against marked targets. Doesn't a single target is prey, giving the ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. Second wind. It's just Nice to have. Arctic Fox Companion. This is a passive. Just it can't die as far as I can tell. Wounding Shot. If successful, hobbled for 11.5 seconds and takes 12 to 16 damage over time. Which is not a lot, but still nice. See, a Weapon Focused Peasant, which is the Hatchet, Spirit, Quarterstaff, Hunting Bow, and Unarmed. Faithful Companion. That's that thing with the pet. And Agile Retreat, plus 12 defense when disengaging. So if she does get into melee, I can break her out. And I got all the party reputation over here. Nothing for in-party time for 32 minutes? No. In-game time, not actual play time. That always throws me off. Yeah, most powerful enemy defeated. Eruthicon only got the Forest Lurker, Aeloth got a Forest Lurker, and Aether got a Forest Lurker. You can't mean to tell me that those are more dangerous than, say, Merewald was, because he was a monster. And a little bit of good everything. Let's see. Most enemies defeated. Eruthicon Doin at 48. And he's done the most amount of damage. And got the most amount of crits. The most hits goes to Durance. Most damage taken is Eddard, and most times knocked out is Durance. It's actually pretty funny. Alright. There's another cliff up. Actually, this way, right? If I'm not correctly. And she's got a fine hunting bow and a fine dagger and hatchet. If memory serves. Yeah. Fine hatchet, fine dagger, and some special bow that gives her, she's accurate as all hell with it. Let's just put it that way. I seem to remember there's a lion up here. A couple of lions up here, actually.
Let's
Eddard got beat on a bit. And it looks like he's going to go down.
rest up, big guy. We've got your back.
That's fine. Just a couple of lions. We can rest after this, no problem.
Let's go.
That lion got turned into kibble. Now, Eddard should be getting health every time he frickin' swings that flail of his.
Let's go.
That's a lion.
Dead on.
Ooh, crushed. Absolutely crushed. And we got 3 lion hides. A dead pilgrim who had... Oh, hello. Hearth Harvest. Interfering, Burning Lash, and Rending. Yeah, so you're going to get that. Which is nice. Waves are roughly chiseled in the stone that grasp at Undera's beloved moon like curling fingers. Probably something significant behind that, but couldn't tell you what it is. Some spring berries and another path out. I think there's still another area to examine down here. Actually, there's a massive area that we're not looking at right now, but I don't really think there's anything else of interest that we can really worry about. Or should be worried about anyway. Give you that just in case. It's just a hatchet. But yeah. Plus 25 burn damage. I still don't know how that works, to be honest. Plus 5 deflection, which is really nice. And ignores 3 damage reduction. If I had a dual-wielding barbarian, I'd probably give it to them instead. But the only person that's good at using hatchets is the dwarven lady, Sagani. So she can keep it. Probably gotta go back to stealth at this point, just to be on the safe side. Because I think there's something else wandering around here we don't want to be playing with.
Following your lead.
Actually, you know what? Maybe help him out a bit there. His hit points are getting low.
As you say.
Oop.
Hello. Hello.
I love Kana's lines. They're just freaking amazingly funny. Oh, hello. Okay, you are a backer. What is this over here? Campfire. Almost like it was we were asking for it. Tucked under the flaps of this bedroll with some relics of some kind. A small conch shell strung with seaweed. Now, how do I get it? Can I get it? Nah, guess not. Well. Okay, so she gets all kinds of good stuff. Plus the damage of flank targets, consumable duration, accuracy versus a bunch of people. And we'll stick with the damage reduction. Well, get range, so maybe give it an accuracy bonus. Yeah, I'd stick with that. So, yeah, just the regular backer stuff, which is not bad. I don't want people thinking I don't like that. It's just
Let's see what lies this.
not something I'm massively interested in getting into. Mainly because there's so many of this. The Kickstarter for this made so much money, it would actually be ridiculous to try to find all of them. A little wrecked house. This is one of the things I love about this game. It's just a house. A sparrow's nest is tucked between two angled slots. Slates? Not sure what the proper word for that is. You can't do anything with the house. It's just kind of there. Looks like it might have been an old ranch or something. Just random house. St. Garen's Horn. Don't know if I can... I don't know what I need that for, but I'm sure it'll be something. Now, this guy only has endurance. He doesn't have hit points, so... Or health, rather. So, as far as I know, it cannot die, which is good, because with the way I play, it probably get friggin' mangled at some point. Okay, I think that is just about everything on the map. With the exception of this dark area right here, which we probably ought to go check out. Once you know, it's right at the crossroads where we met the Dwarven Ranger as well. Let's speed him up a little bit here. Wonder if this is where I'm going to run into those other primordials. Like I said, it was really weird to see that that one enemy female by itself. I'm also surprised how easily she went squish compared to the last time I did it, where I just got frickin' brutalized. It doesn't look like there's anything of interest down here. Not even any people. Yeah, they could be hiding a massive enemy mob in this little fog of war area, but I doubt that's the case at all. Now, let's just go right here, give you guys a chance to get back in formation. There we go. Really don't want Aloth leading the charge at any point ever. Seeing how it's a great way for him to wind up dead. Oh, forest trolls, not primordials. There's something to keep an eye on. Oh, God bless it. That is what I was thinking about. And no, 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 we don't want to be doing this. Oh, shit, guess we're doing this. And there's actually 4 of them. Shit. Alright. We need to kill her like toot sweet. She is probably the most dangerous thing here. That's good. See if we can pull this off. Well, guess that didn't work. There's she right there. Yeah, that's why I don't like these things. They summon stuff. Can handle the trolls. It's her that's the problem. Not quite ready yet, but which one do I want to put in? I think we probably want to do Thunder rolled back like this.
Can't get a good shot.
Alright. She's not dead yet. Damn it. Where's he at? Header's right there.
Yes.
Thank you. That one's taken care of. Header's about ready to frickin' drop. The hell is hitting you anyway? I don't even know. Where the hell is he? Kana, where are you? Get over here, please. We're gonna do this over here.
Just like it.
Okay, Aelith is down. That's unfortunate. Can you pull that off before you drop?
I got the free.
Nope. Didn't make it. Nah, I think we need to bring in some reinforcements here. Come on. Thank you. And you went right to the target I wanted you to. Good. Okay, is there a particular reason? Okay, you are shooting.
Got an arrow for this one.
Well, that was a nightmare. Good lord. I'm glad I took a rest before that got started, or else somebody would have died permanently, possibly. Any spellcasters? Not even once. So you've got damage reduction and severe wound, minus 50% healing received, and you've got severe wound. They were, however, I think the last things we're going to have to fight in here, so. Okay, that still went better than the last time I had to do it. Not much, mind you, but some. Alright, now I think that is... Yeah, that's everything. Let's just head on over here. Also, remember to put it to slow time in the middle of combat so we can actually make decisions a little bit faster. Alright, now we want to go to Edelwan Bridge. 4 hours, no problem. I'm really unclear on some of the things that I should be selling or some of the things I should be keeping because, quite frankly, I don't know what's useful for enchanting or cooking and what's not. I have to imagine some of this stuff is just, you know, junk, but until I know for certain, couldn't tell you. Okay, this is the bridge. Who's this guy? Just a commoner. I thought he was a soldier at first. Takes a smooth tongue to solve problems, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't hurt. Alright. Yeah, these are all Kickstarter backers, so we're not going to be interacting with them. Commoner. We got a name that doesn't have a gold banner. That's commoners. That guy looks really cool. It's one of the frickin' Godbound somethings or other. I do like the fact that they didn't just like stash them all in one spot. Welcome to Defiance Bay. Wash yourself in the city. Understand?
Gods keep you.
What can I do for you? What can you tell me about Defiance Bay? Sorry, but I don't have time to explain right now, but it sounds like that Dozens crackpot Roan is stirring up trouble again. He jerks his head at the gate. He'll be all but happy to give you a rundown of the city, liberally flavored with Dozens propaganda, of course. Should be on edge. What's the problem? Thousands of them, truth be told. We've got refugees coming in from all parts, and there's some misguided notion that things are actually better here. The legacy somehow passed us over. So they show up with no prospects and little money, just end up making a worse mess of things. No offense. Look for the Temple of Wodica. Not sure you'd want to go there. It's in the first fires if you really want to see it. Oh, thank you for that. And good luck to you. Now, what's your name? The expeditions at Admeth's Den are just organized grave robbery. Huh. Ooh, got some stuff here. Got vegetables and fruit. Okay, that's cool. Wasn't sure I was going to be able to pick anything up there. Alright, so first fires, right? Okay, looks like I'm going to have to go district to district. This is as far as I got last time, was just
Defiance Bay, the city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution, now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by White One's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
Huh. Well, to be fair, you kill a god, there's going to be some consequences, I would imagine. Nice and dark here, so there's a cat. Just a random cat. Got snowcat mushrooms, nice.
Defiance Bay. I miss Adir already.
Got here, we've got another Justicar. We defend Defiance Bay back in Duke Hadrick's day. And this is Rowan,
Gods
I
keep
assume?
you.
Rowan's arms across and his mouth set in a grim frown as he watches the gathered protesters. Looks ready for a fight. New in town, huh? You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding the legacies no better here. It's the Animancers. Magor and Scorch'em. And they nest in the city like rats. You mark my words, though, us Dozens are going to put a stop to it. Oh, joy. Basically clansmen. What are you doing out here? Trying to get folks to see reason. In the midst of a crisis, instead of purging the nefarious forces from our city, the Duke is granting Animancers dangerous liberties. What do you know about animancy? It's the study and manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods. The Adrians at least had the sense to outlaw it, which is the only good thing you can say about them. It's not like magic, chanting, or the soul readings that those ciphers do. It's been around since ancient Egwithian times, which is why you'll see Animancers tinker with old Egwithian artifacts. Kind of raises a fist across discreetly into it. Half-truths all, but he's an enthusiastic performer, I'll give him that. Trouble is the Animancers got no idea what half those artifacts actually do, not that they'll admit it. Our emphatic friend is correct about one thing, at least. So, tell me about the Dozens. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of Animancers and the tyranny of the aristocrats who support them. We also consider ourselves a militia of sorts, seeing as the Crucible Knights are little more than a flock of preening nobles in training these days. Just like a militia, the Dozens. Except for the training. and the discipline, and the code of honor. We're always looking to expand. The more people see things our way, the better for the state of the country. If you have any interest in hearing more, stop by Admon's Den sometime. The Expedition Hall. Lots of free thinkers in there who can set straight all the nonsense the nobles and the animasters want you to believe. Might even be some paid work in there for motivated types. Alrighty, so yeah, don't like you at all. I know about Defiance Bay. It's the capital of the Free Palatinate of the Deerwood. We started out as the capital of the Adrian colony, but we booted the Flaccid Scepter from these lands 150 years ago. That actually tells me how long it's been then. That's nice. These days we're a major port receiving trade and visitors from all over the world. But we, some of us anyway, strive to hold on to the pioneering spirit that earned us our freedom a century and a half ago. The city is divided into 5 districts: Copper Lane, First Fires, Andra's Gift, Brackenbury, and Heritage Hill. He ticks off each on a callous finger. How about Copper Lane? This here is Copper Lane. Taps a scuffed boot on the cobblestone. It's primarily a market district, but you also got Expedition Hall directly north of here, where you can join treks into the wild. There's also where my fellow dozens martyrs and I tend to meet with other concerned citizens. I don't like this man. And that's the Hall of Revealed Mysteries. Eerie place, you ask me, but they got the biggest library in the Deerwood. Kinda laughs. Eerie indeed. Might be less so if more kith stepped inside. Perhaps we ought to visit Arutha Condoin and see just what mysteries are revealed. And what about the Blackenbury? The nobility that didn't sail back to Ager stayed there. Most of the families have traced their lineage back to old imperial times. Not a lot of has-been nobility. You got the Hadrit House, where Lady Webb and her spies operate, and Blackenbury Sanitarium, the main suspect of animancy in the city. Now, you know, if she's running spies out of that place, she's either not a very good spy or you're an idiot. Probably both. Tell me about First Fires. That's where the revolution started, hence the name. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. So we'll find the Ducal Palace, the Valian Embassy, and the Crucible Keep. Crucible Knights were the first original freedom fighters in Defiance Bay. But now they're just strutting peacocks with their eyes on fancy titles and their heads up their asses. Oh, Temple of Vodica there too. We keep it real nice for her. And Andrin's Gift. I think because it was a wetland that was drained back in the Imperial days. Now it's a seedy district populated by sailors, common folk, and more than a few thugs. But it's a fun place too if you know where to look. There's a place called the Salty Mast while you're there. Other than that, it's mostly warehouses and abandoned homes. And Heritage Hill. Used to be one of the most prestigious districts in the city. Heroes of Revolution claimed plots up there, next to an ancient Leguithan Tower and the city cemetery. Had the best views of Defiance Bay. Attracted richer types these days. A lot of animancy patrons. You wouldn't have heard, but something happened over there a couple months ago. The authorities sealed it off and they're keeping their mouths shut, but mark my word, animancy is to blame. Like a stupid version of Alex Jones. Alright, fool. I'm done dealing with you. Nice statue. There's a real Roman feel to it. And I guess I have to go across the bridge because I can't go anywhere else. Okay, this is what? The Goose and the Fox. An inn. That would be useful. Have to get a rest because our guys are looking a little bit beat up, and the ones that shouldn't have been beaten up for that matter. Okay, more backers. Is that a piano? Or no, it's a lion statue. The Stegros pelt is thick with dust and moths. The black below beast reads Maiden's Falls 2682. Patrons and actress. Final source here. Everyone's a philosopher here. Oh, nice. Bishop, I assume that's the guy that runs the place.
Hail, traveler.
Man by the bar is near the size of an enema. A handle protrudes from his back and his face is set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? It's a tiny pewter cup in front of him. He turns it to it in one broad hand but doesn't drink from it. A handle in his back. What the hell? Tell me about yourself. Name's Bishop. Used to be a scholar of Barath. Now I run the Goose and Fox and keep the regulars in line. He shifts and you see a warhammer strapped to his back. What's more there to tell? How do you go from religion to taverns? The journey isn't as long as you'd think. It started with Hollowborn, and with this, he takes a black bottle under the bar and fills the pewter cup. It was my sister's son. He takes a drink. Beginning of Wadwin's legacy, he was one of the first. Never expected there to be so many after him. Tragedy is part of the cycle, but it's followed by rebirth. Yet every year, more parents were grieving for their Hollowborn children, and the gods were silent. You lost your faith? He leans forward, crossing his arms on the bar. Barath promises rebirth. Cycles. The only cycle I found was this. He taps the bar. Have a drink. Have another. And another until I couldn't remember how I got home. Wake up. Come back. Finally, I woke up today to see my family packed up and left. For all I know, they'd left days before and I just hadn't noticed. But they were gone, so I came here. I've cleaned up since then. I thought I found my answers. I've just stopped asking. I'd like to order some refreshment. Do you carry any... Nope, don't carry anything. Just food. Not that that's bad, mind you. And I see even 1,400. I could use that on the main keep if I wanted. This is a lively place. It was founded in the early days of the Deerwoodian independence by a traveling scholar named Errol of Levy. One a place where kids of all backgrounds could gather and hash out the issues facing their new country. It didn't take long for the place to fill up. Blackberry aristocrats argued with dock workers from the gift while soldiers wrangled with politicians. Deerwoods have never been known to turn down an argument. And what happened next? Soon kids were coming from the farms and settlements too. This place got more popular than the Valiant sailors had the Misty Mast, and that was the problem. No matter what people say about fair-mindedness and civil debate, there's only so much people will tolerate. Errol found himself on the wrong side of an argument on the wrong Thane. When he disappeared a few days later, some said it was work of that Thane. But Errol knew which way the wind was blowing, and if you ask me, he skipped town, hid out somewhere hoping rational minds to prevail in Defiance Bay. If only you could see it now. How about a room? I'll show you what we got. Good lord, we got a lot of options here. Merchant Stay for 2 rest, +1 perception, +1 revolve. Vixen's Burrow for 2 rest, +2 dexterity, +1 survival, +10 defense while disengaging. The Fletcher's Stay, +1 athletics and mechanics, +5 range accuracy, and the Suite of Worldly Wonders, +1 intellect, +2 lore. I'm honestly just going to take the regular room, thank you. Alright. There's a whole big ol' area. Miserable bastards. Who is this? Karina. A woman sits by herself, spinning something on the table in front of her and watching it with furious intensity. It's about the size of a coin and it wobbles over a crack in the wood with a metallic rattle. She snatches it up with one hand and slams a half-empty cup down on the table with the other. This is not a good time. I'm going to use another drink. I'll get there. She takes a long drink from her glass. She's trying to calm down. Trying to talk myself out of something foolish. Something foolish? She says nothing for a few minutes, says hoping you will leave. At last, Karina looks up at you and lamplight falls across her face. Purpling bruise is blossoming along her cheekbone. Something I need to give my fiancé, Persnick. Only he doesn't seem to go anywhere without his new friends, and they're not exactly pleasant company. Who hit you? Notice how it looks, but you won't understand. It's not like Persnick. It's not like Persnick. These new friends of his, and they brought out the worst in him. So tell me about him. They come into our home with their dead eyes and their black teeth. I'm not a fool. I know what that means. Persnick makes me leave when they show up, and it's obvious what they come to do. Last time they came, I told them to get out. Leave if they have their fun somewhere else in the gift, but not under my house. She scowls and winces, but her fingertips gently probing her bruise. Dead eyes and black teeth? What are they? Fucking vampires or something? Sev is the drug. Sev? I think. Sev? I don't know how to pronounce it. Changes you, I guess. The person I knew would have smashed a spider. I thought he'd. But it makes people calm and listless. Should make them violent. I don't really know. Seemed better than believing he's always been this way. Yeah, maybe I could go talk to him. There's nothing more to say to him. We're finished. I just want to give this back to him and have a clean break. She opens her hand and a ring clatters on the table. It was grandmother's. Even after all this, I don't have the heart to sell it off, but if I go back to myself, I know what will happen. I'll lose my temper and I'll probably wind up with another one of these. I'll take it to him. The house just north of here. Just, please don't hurt him. As furious as I am, I don't want that on my conscience. Alrighty. Seems nice and easy. The dragon's outlined in charcoal pencil. The thick, jagged lines and the faint smell of sulfur. God damn it. Sulfur suggests the artist completed the sketch in a hurry. Cliff Dragon, White March, 2685. This is all stuff to steal.
Hello.
And can I...
A simple test. That's settled.
Bartender's ring. Spirit Bane, Vessel Bane of Will +5. What does that mean? Plus 20 damage and experience and vessel. Ooh, I want to steal that. I want to steal that. I don't know what happened when I steal that, though. And a bottle of milk. You know what? I'm not going to steal it. Honestly, there's not really any reason to steal it anyway. Mercenary. Just a regular mercenary. Dwarf and Orlan debate philosophy on the other side of the curtain. It's a big old place. Okay, it's a talented amateur with pictures of ruins. Yeah, I don't know how theft works around here. The only things I've stolen from people are things that, well, I killed them first, so more like highly specialized looting than murder. These guys have names, but they don't have gold borders, so what do we got here? Just folks. Okay. Eh. Now that is not stealing. The most unfortunate tale of Favia and Bernat, a Valian tragedy. Sounds like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Alright. Nothing much in here unless I want to start doing a lot of stealing, which, like I said, not a big hurry to. Oh.
Hey,
I do have people that want to talk, though.
the dozens. Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Said there'd be less of them.
They call themselves the Dozens. It was 12 Deerwoodens stood outside the Halgot Citadel waiting for Wade to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him off long enough for the Godhammer to detonate. So that's what they did. Godhammer? That's what they called the bomb they blew up Wadwin with. Not much about it other than that. Anything that kills a living god, guess you gotta name it. What do you have against the Dozens? Oh, nothing serious. Nothing I don't have a lot against a lot of folks anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. It gets ugly sometimes. Don't have them get a veil, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they wanted and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. I like to invoke Magrin too, especially when they want to feel right. Somehow I don't think she'd be too impressed with the lot. Sure, she'd like to set them on fire anytime they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that sort of thing. Must be plenty of other groups that are better reflections of the figures that inspired them. Sure, I just can't think of any off the top of my head. I shouldn't say that. It's a group of the Athenians called the Night Market. They still right by their god. Helped to get a lot of people to safety during the purges. They're easy to forget about, though, because they have to work in secret. You can thank people like the Dozens for that, too. Good idea. Alright, let's start.
Ready, Watcher.
Sagani draws up beside you, her fox following her heels, and takes a seat next to you.
Even if you are putting one over on me, it's nice to have a hunting party again.
Sounds like you've been gone from home a long time.
5 years for me. Must be 30-something for Ichimok.
Hearing his name, the fox looks up. How's the search going?
It's been a long hunt. A long time away from my family. Before, I'd crossed the tundra of Nasitok following caribou herds. I didn't want to leave Kalu and our children, but I was eager to visit lands my people rarely do. But 5 years without finding him. It's like 2 hours of necking. I'm ready to be done with it.
Why'd you have to find Persog anyway?
Soul recovery is an old village tradition. We call it the Tarnek Elitsak. Once in a generation, we seek the soul of a much respected and long dead village elder. We tell him what's changed in the village, how people remember him. The only other Tarnek Elitsak during my lifetime happened when I was a girl, not long after Persok died. We feasted on blubber and fermented milk for a week, and we honored the chosen huntress as a hero.
Wow.
Then she left, and we returned to our duties. We still sang her name to the skies during festival season, but we otherwise didn't speak of her.
What happened to her? Like she ever returned. It happens that way sometimes. Sure your village still remembers you, Sagani? You kind of say so, but I'm not so fragile that I need my name chanted in the meeting halls.
It's not being forgotten by my village that troubles me. But sometimes I wonder how my husband and children remember me. If they think of me often.
It must be difficult.
Still, there's no point in dwelling on it. More often I find myself wondering whether Persoc will remember us. You claim to see souls. What do you think? Do you remember your past lives?
Not clearly. I figured. Most people don't anyway. So that's why I'm supposed to remind Persoc of what he left behind in our village. What would you tell him about your village?
Masuk is probably much the same as it was 100 years ago. We live between tundra and frozen forests, and the land takes as much as it gives. But our hardships bring us together. And the elders truly unite us. They keep the stories of past generations, and they guide us from season to season, through good years and lean.
Recently, there have been a lot of good years. My aunts say we've had fewer clashes with the neighboring villages thanks to the hunting territories that Persquad helped establish. In bad years, we rely on trade with the merchants that pass our shores. We exchange walrus tusks and seal pelts for grains that last us the hard winters. Persoc brokered a lot of those agreements, too. He got this from one of the Anima ships that used to trade with us. This guy sounds pretty fucking awesome. That's what I'm supposed to remind him. Sounds like you're a hunt for your own, though. You feel the thrill of the chase, or ready for this to be over? It's too early to tell. Fair enough. Might as well keep moving while we got some daylight. Alright, let's go. That was actually two cool little conversations there. And Durant still hasn't said anything of note. I've gotten more out of the newcomer than I have out of him.
Right.
And he was there when we took on Marowald, and he didn't say a damn thing then either. I don't think he did. Unless I missed an icon. Alright, so we're good and rested now.
Well, whatever happens, at least we're out of that mud hole, Gilded Vale. I grew up in Gilded Vale. Quaint. That's what I meant to call it. No, you had it right.
I love the fact that they talk shit to each other. I think there's something here. Psst, over here, mister. What do we got? Young boy watches the passerby and counts a grimy handful of coins. His face and arms are smudged with dirt except for the grass stains. His clothes are in good condition. As you approach, he blinks and makes a quick furtive effort to pocket his coins. Hey, mister, you want to know a secret? I know a real good secret. Careful. I've traveled the continent. The hardest bargains come from my 7-year-old. Really? What is it? I saw folks hiding some really neat things. Like show you where Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. Maybe you could help me with something. Then we wouldn't be strangers. Help you with what? Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around except for Durgan steel, which doesn't count because nobody makes it anymore. There was this merchant over by this expedition hall, and he has a dagger made of real March steel. So he wouldn't sell it to me because I'm a kid, and kids don't know anything about daggers. But that's not true. I know a lot about daggers. I know about the different kinds of steel. I know how the Crucible Knights make them in a forge. I know how the tip can pierce low-gauge steel scale armor. That one that's good and sharp can cut through bone. See, I already know plenty about daggers, and I really, really want this one. And if you could just get it for me, I promise I'll never, ever ask anyone for anything ever again. March steel. The lad has good tastes. I never had little shark stickers as a child, mostly for oysters. Still managed to poke a hole through my palm once. I have a lot of options here. Most of them are not very good ones. Sounds reasonable. I'll get it for you. You're going to play with knives. I'm sure your parents told you that you wouldn't have you asking me. Can't have a dagger to poke your eye out. I could lie to him, which I don't want to do. I could threaten him, but he's a little kid. What the hell? And I could just leave him be. You know what? We'll get him the knife. I knew a real adventurer would understand. There's a big merchant over at Admith's Den who sells weapons. He's the one with the dagger. Wait right here for you. Alright, so I'm guessing over this way? Oh, this is a big freaking city. Catacombs, First Fires, Scrivener's Dormitory, House, Marketplace. Okay. Yeah, we're going the wrong direction then. We want to go over this way. That's a big city. Don't know. I guess the fog of war thing is just for processing, because it's not like it's really that big a deal. And Dalton. The elderly man paces back and forth, taking short, hobbled steps. His gaze is distant, and beneath it are the dark rings of many restless nights. Just to have a conversation with someone who isn't there. The way you fought, cutting down two at a time, shared quite a victory, you and I. Who are you talking to? Oh, my, oh by the flame. Just for a moment I thought I heard her. His hands just catching his breath. What troubles you? Just the memories of my youth and the North Watch Rangers, trials and adventures from a lifetime ago. Of late, the memory of lost battles and fallen friends has been especially vivid. Tell me about those memories. It's been nearly 60 years. We were known to the Deerwood then. We thought we'd adventure together forever, collecting coppers and inspiring songs. That was until we faced Hillig of Thane. He was a wizard whose experience in necromancy left trail bodies, some reanimated from Solace Vale to Midwood. Tracked him as he fled to the Valen Republics, catching just west of the Lake of Drowned Tombs. What the hell of a name. We were fools. Seasoned as we were, not prepared for his foul magic. Our numbers were nothing against his power. Wiser man would have ordered a retreat, not me. Some curse to the gods, I was knocked out when I awoke. My rangers, my Rowana, were all dead. Now you hear this woman's voice? That sounds like an old man's madness, but I hear her, a voice just over my shoulder calling to me in my dreams. At night, I see her wandering the catacombs beneath the city, trying to escape. As foolish as it sounds, I can't shake the idea that she's somehow down there, waiting for me. I've even ventured below, though it damn near cost me my life. Were I half the warrior I was in my youth, I'd search every grave and rat hole. As it is, I'm stuck with this feeble body and the agonizing notion that my love is somewhere down there, beyond my help. You know what? I'll do this for you. I'm a watcher. I think that's pretty much my job. There's an entrance just southwest of here on the other side of the canal. She's truly a gift from the gods. If there's anything, you can find her. Yeah, we'll check that out. Meanwhile, let's go look for this dagger. Looks like, place to... No, it's a little, like, acting area. That's cool. Alright, let's fast march over here, guys. Oh. Not by hitting the pause button, no. Alright, here's the market. Rope and grappling hook. Thank you very kindly. Commoners. Is this the house I'm looking for? Don't know. No, this looks like a drug den. Improvised beds of crude beds of improvised and assortment of tattered blankets and pillows. And let's not look at the things on them. Addict. Yeah. Okay, we're in that one dude's house. Which she... You turn right around. The lower floor is all yours, but nobody goes upstairs. Why not? Because you'll be breathing through new holes in your neck if you head up there. That's why. Just mind your own business. Once you're on the Svev, you're not going to much care where you are anyway. Get out of my way or I'll break your sword in half and feed it to you at both ends. As you like, God's man, just trying to warn you off. Not bribing you. It's your damn mind. So I guess we're going to be handling this a little bit sooner than I expected. Man got on the drugs, huh?
Laying low.
Well. This is going to be a fight after all. Alright, Durant, let's get some regeneration going up here. And not that one. I want That one. Some flanks going. You don't have second wind, huh? Come on, where are your skeletons at? There we go. Oh, Eddar's getting pounded on. Already activated. I can always pick that back up if he needs to. Yeah, we're gonna drink that. You know what? Where's my magic? That's one down. How many to go? There's you and you. These guys punch like crazy. Alright. The hell is that all about? Fine great sword, fine flail, fine spear, fine stiletto, fine small shield, bunch of armor, padded armor, that was it. A bunch of money, and a rusty bronze key. Yeah, just give me all of that. Well, I guess we're going to be doing some upgrades here. Okay, so item type. I think the fine S stock is actually better. It's fine and it has damage reduction. Yeah, I just keep it the way it is, honestly. And a bunch of crap weapons. Ooh, a breastplate. Take that. Yeah, this place is just a flop house now. Wasn't expecting the giant mercenary company to come after me. That scroll of fireball. Nice. Bunch of money. Bookshelf there, which is Adrian Dialects. I don't know what I'm going to be doing with all these damn books, to be honest. And a bunch of money, thank you. Unlock with rusty bronze key. Oh, hello. Persnick, a man lies bound and bloody on the floor before you. His face is a tapestry of bruises and blood splattered across several corners of the room. Man cringes and sobs as you approach. Gods, please, please no more. I can't take any more. I'm not here to hurt you. You're not O'Plays Barath. You're not one of his men, are you? Please, I don't know who you are, but my name is Persnick. This is my house. You have to help me. Who is that downstairs? An imposter, some wizard named Nerid. He came into my house, tied me up in here, tortured me. Now he and his men are eating my food, breaking my things, selling Sviv in my own house. He blinks. What are you holding back? Spit it out or I'll pry it out of you. He just turned up all of a sudden? I may have hung on to a tiny portion of my supplier's share, but I needed that money. So you're a Sven dealer. Look, I know it's not the best line of work, especially with all that's happened, but it pays well. Very, very well. And, well, people want the stuff, don't they? Is it worth all this? Losing Karina? I have to. I'm sorry. I don't have any other trade. Nothing's going to support us. Someday I'll get out of the business and we don't need it anymore. So why should I help you? Because it's the right thing to do? Okay, look, Nerid took all my money, but he still has... If you kill him, he's bound to have most of it on his person. You can have it all. Maybe I can convince him to leave. You don't know him, what he's capable of. You'll see soon enough. Gained a bunch of experience. Yeah, oh yeah, this place is just covered in blood. So that's what's going on. You know, I honestly don't hate the fact that the guy is selling junk. But this is just getting out of hand. The guard pointedly ignores you. Oh, speaking of which, got a breastplate here. Would that be better for you? Honestly, I think it would. Once the Constitution is burn proof, we haven't really been getting hit with a lot of fire stuff, so. Let's try this out, see how it does. Not convinced that's the best thing for him, but maybe. Maybe something to cover that ugly face of his. Oh, he doesn't have any other magic items either, so let's grab all of those. Let's grab the hat and that choker. What's the choker do? Plus perception, +2. He's shooting a big-ass gun. Let's go. There. It's a good look for you, pal. Fine hatchet. I think everybody else is good to go. She doesn't really have anything. That's because I left it on my my rogue. Alright, nothing good is going to come of this fight. Man, before you flashes a toothy and rather unpleasant grin. Well now, a new face. Welcome, friend. Name's Persnick, and this is my humble abode and place of business. I do hope you're in here for some business. Seems like a lot of guards for one man. You must be popular. Sure, right. Very perceptive. This business attracts a lot less pleasant types. Sometimes the clientele gets a little pushy. Every so often, someone turns out to be snooping into things they shouldn't. Lessons have to be taught. Your face shivers with a quick, unreadable emotion, but I'm sure you're too smart to be wrapped up in all that, of course. Keep it simple. If you have the coin, I have the Sven. You're free to make use of the premises so long as you don't do anything stupid and you don't get tangled up with the other customers. Now, what can I do for you? What is this stuff? You're serious. That's worth every pound, my friend. It's incredible. Let you see your own soul. You're looking at Defiance Bay's first and foremost Svev merchant. That's all for now. Nope. Yeah, we're going to save, and we're going to do this next time, because I have a feeling this fight is going to be a nightmare. I'm not quite ready for it. Camping's not allowed in this area. Damn it.
Following your lead.
Let's heal him up first. Awesome. All right, folks. Next time, we're going to pick this fight and see what happens. Whew, that's going to be interesting, let me tell you. All right, folks. Hope you enjoyed it so far. I like this Defiance Bay area. It's very nice. Until then, I've been the Warboss Squee, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.